Hi everybody, welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be talking about what you need to do before you have to reach for your TCP or other less lethal. How do you establish a perimeter in your home? What kind of scenarios is this important for? Let's talk about it and let's look at it. Let's start out with a little clip here. Let's say it's an average night in your city, hazy, cloudy, and a stranger comes up from the back toward your entrance to your home. Well, you don't know, so you have to get up. You have to start looking around. You've got your TCP. You have your light. You have to look around to try to find who might be making the noise that you hear, whether it was broken glass or you heard something outside. You have to look carefully. And then you come up on room after room, looking, having to move, having to think about what areas of the house need to be explored. Then you have to work your way downstairs if you have multiple levels. So there's a lot involved in this process, and you have to go through this because you don't know what's going on. All you heard was a sound, and you had to act, and you had to move, and you go through all of this, and you don't know if it's someone out there or not. You don't have any confirmation. You don't have any way to know for sure. So in this scenario, you really have to consider that there might be a better way. And so look at this scenario. Here you have a security camera and you have a lighting system, and now it comes on. And this allows you to catch the character right there. You got a picture. You can see him, and as you zoom in, of course this is poor resolution, but you can see the character right there, and there he is, as ugly as can be. I'll be the first to admit that this system will most often show you something like this and not a threat or a strange lurking character. But I think you get my point here, and so let's talk a little bit more deeply about perimeter security. So I hope from the demo videos that I was just showing you that my point was made in terms of the importance of establishing a perimeter around your house. If you want to use less lethals for your self-defense or your home defense, I think this is especially even more important than if you have firearms and you plan to use those, because here you have to make critical decisions. And if you are using less lethals as your primary means of defense before pulling a firearm, I think you want to have a good justification to believe that the person or thing out there is something that warrants a less lethal. And someone would say, well, why you don't just go with the firearm? But, you know, if you can't carry everything all at the same time, so you have to make some decisions. And in my case, I use cameras, and I have cameras that are hardwired, which are these cameras. I have cameras which are inside that look out windows. These are cheaper cameras, but these are Wi-Fi cameras. They give me good notifications on my phone. And I think using systems like this allows you to, at night, capture what's going on around your home and get alerts on your phone. So if you wake up in the night and you get an alert on your phone and you can check your camera and you can see what's going on in the back, you can know that there's something up. You can watch the camera for a minute and see, oh, maybe it was a dog walking through. But if you see a person and a figure, you can actually assess the situation. You can get prepared. You can make the proper decision about how to proceed without scrambling around, not knowing blindly what's going on. So I'm a big advocate of establishing a perimeter with these types of cameras. They're not very expensive. They can be either hardwired or they can just be stick-up cameras that are Wi-Fi. But there are important things that you need to know about each type of camera. Hardwired cameras, they still need to have internet connection, and you still need to have a wired connection to your computer. And you have to go through a lot of logistics there in terms of how you want to do that. Wi-Fi cameras are much easier. They store things on the cloud. They can capture images and give you alerts on your phone. So I think a lot of people go with these kind of systems, and they're relatively inexpensive. No matter what kind of system you use, you need your router, you need a modem, you need these to be connected and working for everything to work right. And they're going to be hardwired, so you're going to have wires that are running from your remote cameras through your router. You're also going to have your modem working, and you want to have this on some sort of backup. And this is what I use. It's called an APC battery backup. if the power goes out, these particular model will run about an hour, hour and a half. And during that time, it'll keep your internet working and your Wi-Fi running, and so your security cameras are still functioning. This is really the heart of the operation right here. You can see this is another power supply, very similar to the one that I have upstairs. These are the wires coming in from the cameras, and these run in. They run into what's called a PoE, a Power over Ethernet system. This is what is going to transfer the information coming in from each of your cameras into another wire, which then runs to your router or your modem, or this can directly go into your computer. So you have lots of options and lots of logistics. It's not simple to set this up, but there are plenty of people who know how to do it, and it's actually something that you can learn. And then by having this system into one of these battery backups, this is going to run even if someone kills the power, and you have this system that's going to be running no matter what. So I think it's a great system. This is the way I like to do it. And then for your computer, I also use an APC unit, and you can see this one's much bigger. It's about a fraction of the size of a PC unit, but you can see it's pretty large. This one will also keep a PC running for about an hour, hour and a half, but that requires a lot more energy. But these kind of battery backups can be very useful in case power is cut intentionally or if there's a power failure for some other reason. And that's why you basically want to have these available and have them charging, so even if the power goes off, you can still see out. These are providing your eyes and ears. This is what's your early warning system for allowing you to see what's going on outside of your home. And this provides an extra barrier of protection. You have plenty of time to see what's going on, decide if it's a threat, be prepared, and then monitor the situation in advance before someone actually breaches your window or door. And at that point, you want to have your regular security system, which is more expensive. It takes a significant investment, but it's also very important because if you're not at home, you may not be there to defend your home, but the security system can alert you and can also contact authorities to at least have someone come, and as well as having a really loud alarm that will go off that will be a significant deterrent. But if you're there, you can be ready. You've got your protection, and you are monitoring the situation. And if there is a breach, you're already in position and ready to defend your home. And I think that's the extra warning that you want. As you can see here, looking out, anyone comes up, I have not only the camera looking 24/7, but I have lights that are motion detected, and they're very easy to get. You just put them in your regular light bulbs, and they'll light up if someone gets close, and it detects motion within 6-8 feet of the light. And so those kind of sensors on floodlights or regular lights outside your home can scare someone and cause them to run off, can also provide a great flood lighting for your camera, so you get an excellent quality picture like on the image I showed you earlier. Although again, that's a low resolution, and that's basically what you get from some of these cameras from that distance. But you can at least see and make out that it is an individual. You can see their hands, you can see what they're carrying. It may not be the best for identifying the person, but the other cameras, the hardwired cameras, are going to be higher resolution, and they're going to give you a much better quality picture for actually making an identification if you needed to. So overall, I recommend this as a perimeter type of detection strategy, and something that everyone should consider.